A simple note like this makes that person's mouth.
Lud, you're gonna know what this is.
Welcome back, everyone, to TeamKloWhat, where we show you
what we got.
And today we got a special guest that's gonna talk to us about relationships, love. We receive a bunch of questions. We thank you all for submitting those questions.
So without further ado, here we have Jimmy
Allen! Oh, sorry.
No, come on here.
Come on here. I just bought the couch. And this channel's not paying yet. Welcome.
I gotta go.
By the way, that's the way to crash a party.
That's an introduction. That's an introduction.
When you're in Rome, you know,
do as Romans do.
Yeah, exactly. Yes. Well, thank you very much for joining us here today. Happy Valentine's Day, by the way.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Who is Jimmy Allen?
Okay, so my official title is I'm a Calling in the One Coach. So basically, Calling in the One Coach is a New York Times bestseller. It's a book written by Catherine Woodward Thomas, and I had the privilege of studying personally with her in her coaching program. So now I'm officially certified and mentored under her. And so most people don't know about the book, but my official title also is a love and relationship coach.
Love and relationship coach. That's right. So there's a lot of people in love out there, and what can you tell us about love on Valentine's Day?
Some things you can do singles. You do not have to be alone, right? So there's a couple of things you can do. So one, take yourself on a romantic date. Celebrate yourself, like you're celebrating yourself in love. So it's a really gratitude for yourself. So that way you can celebrate that you're not in one of those deadbeat relationships.
So I can pretend that I am in a successful relationship by taking myself out and buying myself a car.
Being with yourself on a date.
Okay.
And so you're appreciating the fact that where you are and where you have grown.
I think that this is a good way to save money.
It is a good way to save money.
I'm like, bring me the most expensive thing on the menu because I'm just paying for one.
I mean, how often do you get time to spend with yourself and treat yourself and dress up and go out with yourself? And like, you're really honoring yourself. That's what the whole practices of going on a self-date, like honoring yourself. And another tip is too, like if you have another best friend that's single, that you plan dinners and you just have a moment with yourself and just like celebrating your love with each other. Don't go to your regular place, like really scout out something like special. Like for couples, plan.
Yes.
Plan some more, do your research.
Write that down.
Plan. So one thing I think that peak couples should do to break up the monotonous, like go to the single restaurant plan like you do every year. I highly recommend have cocktails somewhere else.
Okay.
You know, drinks at a local bar, and you can like have a little romantic evening together.
So you're saying to have dinner in one place.
Yes, find your location.
Then get drinks somewhere else.
Yes.
It sort of continues the date.
Right.
It makes it a little bit longer.
Right. You're extending the experience.
Our audience has submitted a couple of questions. We're not gonna say who they're from. Let's see what the expert comes with.
Yeah. Oh, snap. All right. So wait.
Drum roll.
Drum roll.
Is it wrong to go out with your best friend's ex-partner?
I've never done that.
Best friends or friends?
Ex, yeah.
It depends on the dynamic of the relationship. It's because sometimes when people break up, the other person is the best friend as well. They could become deep in a very great friendship. Yes, there's nothing wrong with going out and being friends with an ex.
Enjoy.
But you know, if there is some like hidden agenda, and I think the person who's actually going out with the ex has to be really honest with themselves to figure out, do I have any hidden agenda? Am I attracted to this person?
Okay.
Like the person has to be totally 100% responsible of how they're feeling in that interaction with the ex.
So, spoken like a true politician, for me, it is a no. 3 top things you would say that someone needs to do in order to keep the fire in the relationship?
Well, really great question. One thing that I think that couples should not do is say to their partner, you used to be so much fun. I love it when you used to do this thing because you're directly making them wrong for the possibly the growth that they have grown into. And it also means that you have not been paying attention to your partner's growth. Like, relationships evolve, people evolve, and you are probably missing out or miss the growth of your partner.
What are the best ways to put yourself out there when you're starting to do online dating?
First things first is pictures. Like, have up-to-date pictures.
Thank you.
And be
consistent.
Consistent. Like, your current pictures don't have like 3 different hairstyles. Like short, long, you know,
I only got
blonde, you know, like
bald.
I see that all the time. It's like, no, like, you want your best foot forward of who you are right now. You want somebody to fall in love with the authentic you, not some avatar of you.
And I want to know
You
your
gotta
take
love
on
all of this.
You gotta love all that.
The
the filters.
The filters.
That filters drive me nuts
my
because
God.
you're trying to look at someone, let's say, right? And I've heard it from a lot of people that they trying to look at someone and they have a filter, whether it's a
This
dog
is what he hears.
or it's a thing and you can't really look at the person and it's uncomfortable.
Don't do it.
Don't do filters.
Don't filter.
What do you recommend as far as safety? You've been talking to someone online for a little while. What is the next step about meeting in person?
Online safety, you want to make sure you have a phone call.
Phone call.
Do not meet them near your house.
You just outed someone.
Well,
We're gonna edit that part.
Whoa!
We'll
This
take it
guy
out.
is like, my whole career just went down.
Social security was
sure did.
953 7455.
Okay,
Show us the picture.
Cut that. Okay, so another thing do not do is post pictures with your attractive friends.
Don't take pictures with me. Don't put pictures with me on the. I told you.
Especially
Oh
if you have
man, that's good. I like that. That's a good
I don't know how many times that it sends confusing messages to the person who's viewing your profile, like, who am I looking at?
Then they block your face.
Right.
And they look at. Ooh,
You're
let me get
distracting
with
them
you, so I can then get with your friend.
Right.
How do you better balance physical attraction with emotional compatibility? Or how not to get caught up with only the physical and, you know, try to feel for the compatibility of the person?
I think that the best way to really resolve that is really define what you need and want in a relationship, because it comes down to what you need and you want. Like, because your attractiveness fades over time, but if that person has your back, you know, they are really good with their family, especially if you're a family person and you want kids, you want to know, is that person have a good relationship with their mother and their father, their brothers and sisters, because that is how they're going to determine how you're going to be, they're going to be in a relationship with you and in a relationship with their kids, you know? So you want to like really be clear as to what you are looking for in a relationship.
So if this person is single, they're successful, they got money, they got everything that a person should have at that age, but they're single, what is wrong with that person? Why are they single?
Well, first of all, the person who is asking that question basically is labeling them. And so, you know, when you label someone, you're directly separating them and putting up a wall between you and that person. With the other person keeps you from actually understanding of the person.
It was more like, how do you know that this is the right person and I'm gonna be with this person for the rest of my life?
I think it varies from person to person. It comes down to you knowing what you want and your need in your relationship.
So no 50-50.
No 50-50. And let me tell you what that really means, 50-50. You want somebody to fulfill something that you are not.
Wow.
Wow, that's deep.
Right.
So you should feel 100% for yourself.
Right.
And then
Bring
that
that
person
100%,
bring that 100 into it, and the person
Right.
will also bring it back.
You are
came out
100%. You are 100% responsible for bringing your happiness into your relationship. Your partner is not responsible for your happiness. You have to bring your whole self and that person has to bring their whole self, and you bring that happiness together to create together. And also, most people aren't creating their relationships. They're going with the flow.
Yeah.
And they're living by somebody else's beliefs, somebody else's assumptions.
What a relationship should be.
Yeah. Right. Okay. People aren't defining what we want to do in a relationship. It's like
within a marriage or a relationship, who should take the lead?
You're in a partnership. I think that a lot of people try to like, you're the man, you should be doing this. You're the woman, you should be doing this. And that's a very old school mentality. Both of us have responsibilities that we both need to fulfill in a relationship. So I think taking the lead, like, it depends on what the lead is. You know what I mean? So I don't know, is there a specific like example?
Taking out the trash.
Do it. But if I'm good at washing the dishes, then this is my responsibility. I'll do this, and then you do that. Conversation.
Okay.
That's what's like really missing, and who's taking the lead on what. Don't inspect. Like,
whoa! Did you hear that? Don't expect. Inspect.
Check your ego. See, it comes right back to that.
Because that comes
check your ego.
Any power play in a relationship is you trying to dominate, and that's you trying to be superior in your relationship. Like, no one wants to feel dominated because it makes the other person feel small. And then when you make the person feel small, then you're making them wrong. And when you keep making them wrong over and over again, then that person feels less than. And then that again builds the bricks, builds the resentment, builds all these layers. Then all of a sudden it blows up in your face. And also, don't label your spouse like, you're a man, you should be doing this. You're a woman, you should be doing
roles.
that. Like, don't assign roles, because that limits your relation, your communication. We are partners. If you come from a place that we are partners and we're working together to create this relationship.
Money issue in a relationship. How to overcome that hurdle? Because I know a lot of couples, they together but they're separate when it comes to financing. What would be your advice to that? Or should that be all together and work as one?
It comes down to your communication with your person who you're with. What are your beliefs around money that you have that you're imposing on to your relationship? It's like, be careful or be aware of the language you're using around money, because then that starts to shape and form of how you bring it into your relationship. Like, be in communication. Like, I have this, I have a spending problem, so I need, and one person might be a very good organizer, so I need communication. Like, be in communication with your partner. Like, okay, well, this is our budget for this week. This is like, we have debt. Okay, well, how are we gonna get out of this debt? Like, plan, like, see a financial advisor,
get a financial advisor.
Coach. There are people, don't leave your partner in the dark about finances. Like, don't make your partners ashamed or shame your partners for their habits. They're coming to you, they're opening up to you because they want you, they're letting you in. So they're being in communication, and don't shame your partner for their issues around money.
Good. Okay.
Or when do you determine that the love is gone?
How do you know when to call it quits? I mean, is this person somebody I really want to be with? I think that the person who is contemplating
that cheddar,
right? They don't want to spend that money too.
Spending that money, that's expensive dinner.
Why do I want to spend some money on somebody who I really don't love?
He doesn't deserve the steak.
Right? He doesn't deserve that ring that she thinks I'm hoping you're gonna get for that.
That's why you take them out to Taco Bell.
But I think that
check out that video right there. It's right there. You gotta plug it. You gotta plug that taco video right there.
But I think the person who is contemplating that has to do some real, honest soul searching for themselves. Like, is this worth it to continue on this path of destruction? Like, what is the impact on you, your relationship with other people, the people around you, your well-being? Your well-being is at stake. It's a moment like, I need to honor myself and my needs first, and I need to reconvene with myself, and like, I need to start learning to love myself.
To thyself be true.
Right. And it's all about being 100% responsible and authentic with what you're feeling in that moment and make the decision. But it's about you loving yourself so much that you're going to say, no, I love myself so much, I got to let you go.
How do you deal with someone in a position of power? Let me explain. As someone that is successful, someone that has a great job, someone that has it put together, someone that can, hold their own weight, and you're coming into this relationship seeing this person pretty much accomplished. So how does someone like myself, let's say, goes into that relationship? What can I do to bring contribution into that relationship? How do you see that?
Well, the first thing that comes to my mind is stop making yourself wrong for where you are. Relationships basically are teaching you things that you need to work on yourself. When that insecurity comes up, it's saying that I still have things I need to work on with myself, with my finances, with my career, because it's reflected on you of you are sort of maybe insecure about where you are in your relationship, and you're comparing where you are with where they are. And if they're not complaining about where you are and what you're doing, and they have accepted you where you are, then you need to start accepting where you are and be happy.
So this has been a very, very exciting day to have Jimmy Allen here with us.
I also want to say thank you for the time you spent with us here
and give us all these great and amazing ideas. I mean, my head is still kind of going through all this relationship advice.
An incentive for the TeamKloWhat. If you go to my Instagram and you subscribe and you DM me and say you saw this fantastic video, I will give you 40% off a 7-week session. We will schedule a 20-minute assessment, calling in one session to help you with your love life.
Take advantage of that. This guy is amazing. He knows his stuff. If you want to see more content from Jimmy, we can always bring him back. Let us know. Leave your comments below. Please hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell.
Thank you, everyone, and thank you for watching on Valentine's Day. Love yourself, love other people, and here we are from TeamKloWhat.
Happy Valentine's Day,
everybody.